of Winners Finals. Power Ranger opening up the Brand West, starting with the first character that we saw on stream today, even though he has taken quite a trip on other Lance Legends of the day on the Macho Man. Lance picked up first, and Power Ranger with the axe to fight against him.
Yeah, that was interesting that West, his first move he ever used in this game was the chainsaw move.
I mean,
that's when you're a real Ogre main.
Yeah, which is interesting because Wes has like a track record of only like doing like one signature game, and it's like the neutral sig to knock out, but he doesn't even need to at the very end of the match.
Oh, so just the BM neutral signature on someone who's already KO'd.
Yeah, so he doesn't usually use those moves too much, and now we've got Axe versus Axe, Power Ranger with the Bryn. Wow, that recovery, if it hit, even at the very end of the move, it's still incredibly strong. Cider hits, forces the dodge, ground pound possibly, no. Mammoth Fortress platform coming in with the assist.
He struck a deal, must have been.
It happens quite a bit, at least for this region. I feel like the recovery hits. Oh, but spear recovery, that's not axe recovery. You don't knock out with that, not that early.
Okay, yeah, Wes is in a little bit of trouble on this first stock. Power Ranger can clean up this KO pretty quickly. No, okay, unarmed, works his way back in. Good read there, gets the weapon drop. Lance has Power Ranger off stage. Can he close it out here? What recovery? Lands. One more big hit. Could go either way.
Oh, why did I feel like that particular Lance side air hit like harder than before? What is it with these recoveries? They can't take him off the top. Finally, Wes just says enough is enough. Hits the down sig, knocks him off the top left side of the stage. But as you were talking about before Wes made that comeback on that stop, Power Ranger just has to hit one good sider.
No.
Okay, there's
recovery will do it too.
Yeah, I was worried because when you see Axe Sidelight knock back that far, you start to get a little worried for the Axe player because it's like, okay, you've done that much damage, but why haven't you taken the stock yet?
Yeah, KO efficiency is something we need, and Wes is picking it up on this second stock. He's already got Power Ranger in the red now.
Oh, it worked too.
He needed to hit him with the chair and not the axe to push him outwards instead of into the wall. Reduces the force that way.
I mean, I'm sure he's happy that it worked at all. I feel like most of the time when you're slide charging a signature from center stage off to the stage, you're just kind of like, you're already losing your mind a little bit.
Losing your mind?
I mean, most of the time, I will see that those signatures just end up getting punished, but Wes just showing that he got, what he did with that down sig was he got to just barely slide over the edge to get that knockout there. Power Ranger went for his own gravity cancel neutral sig there, and Wes just punishes it so hard. I mean, I was talking to you about how Wes needed to lose this first game against Power Ranger to force a switch, but I see no reason why he'd want to go after the Macho Man after this game, because that recovery just nearly took down Power Ranger's last stock. Is that it? Okay, it was so hard to tell. That he just
barely snapped to the bottom of the wall there.
Oh, and that is going to be it. Wes takes game number 1 over Power Ranger. And yeah, that looked pretty dominant, Steven. I'm not really sure.
The first stock looked really good for Power Ranger, but after that, it was the Wes show the whole time.
Yeah, and almost all in the Lance, too. He had some of those cool down sigs. I think the first down sig is what he did to come back on the first stock. The second down sig where I was just kind of like, I can't believe that worked. And then after that, it was just all Lance dominance. Power Ranger not feeling forced off of the Bryn here for game number 2. As Wes now has a Lance, and once again, it's just applying pressure with stairs and nairs as Power Ranger's trying to get the first hit, and there's the neutral light to get him. And the side light gets him as well. Oh, nice sider on the ground. Power Ranger sidelight across the stage. Oh, Wes went for the reverse there too. That's an easy punish. I mean, when Brendan uses a down stick, you basically have like an hour and a half, I feel like.
Yeah, it is a pretty long move. You're right. Very punishable. But it hits so hard, it's worth it.
Yeah,
to land
a substantive amount of damage.
Right, was Power Ranger, did he take the first stock in the last game?
He did not.
Oh, okay, so Wes was just in the lead the whole time.
Yeah,
so this
I mean,
big
Power Ranger was in a huge lead in the first stock.
Right.
And then the down tick happened, and we were like, oh, wow, he was managed to bring it back. And then one thing led to another. Lance, now we're here at game number 2. And Power Ranger could take the first stock at game number 2. That was a great double D-light recovery right off the top. Not even risking going for a Sarah in that position. Didn't need to. Wes so heavily damaged, and Wes picks up the Lance and gets that cider to put him off the side of the stage. Okay, wow. All right. Okay. No extra hits. That's too bad for Power Ranger there, because I feel like this is the position where Wes, in a weapon-starving position, can really start to apply some pressure, as I say, that Power Ranger grabs a spear.
I want like a double downlight counter for South America. I feel like they land the double downlight more than anybody else.
Yeah, they're excellent with it. But it also is like we're a little biased because we literally started off the cast saying, I feel like South America picks spear more than anybody else, right? So we're just not seeing the weapon that much in other regions.
Well, that's why I'm saying they're the specialists. If you're trying to learn Spear, you got to watch South America.
Absolutely. Down air hits, Nair's coming through. Sidelight Nair recovery. Oh, that's so painful to see for Power Ranger on the second stock, yet he still has a damage lead. Recovery hits, well, for the exhausted recovery. And Axe is picked up. They had the same idea. Wes had that side air come out a few frames earlier. The second one gets the edge guard, and that's a huge lead for him going to game 2.
I'm just scared for everybody in this bracket. I don't know. West, he just seems like an unstoppable Terminator. When he is like on his game,
yeah,
there's not much you can do.
Yeah,
okay, actually, there's something you can do, and that's neutral signature right off the corner, blasting him through the roof. Game is tied. Can Power Ranger win game 2?
He's going to need to, because if he goes down 2-0 against West, who has shown that he has the ability to pull out any Lance Legend in the game and beat you with it, that's going to be really hard to adapt to when you only have one game to lose, for sure. Great wake up neutral light. Second neutral light. That's one of my favorite moves to use against Lance in general. Catching a lot of Lance players as they're trying to go into you with a side air or a down air. You just have so much priority on the attack. You can catch them for sure. We see him hit him 3 times now. Power Ranger really adapting well to Wes's Lance, and he knows this. He throws it away, switches over the Axe to be able to fight the Ditto. That's 4. That's now 4 neutral lights. Oh, hey,
no one else has been able to get around that chair today. Power Ranger's the first one. Leaves unscathed. Okay, he's got the positioning here. Oh no. Knocked off the side.
Oh, that was so close to just being it. West goes all the way out there, no dodge, but Power Ranger covering his recovery with the side air. Dodges out. That one is a double D-Light time. Doesn't need it. D-Light side air gives Power Ranger the win in game number 2. And Steven, that is exactly what we were talking about, that he needed to make this set look like a reality, because the way that West was coming back in games 1 and 2 was looking unstoppable.
I'm just sad he didn't go for the double down right here. Just to prove me right.
Like in the moment, it's like, well, D-Light Cider was going to win the set for sure, but if you went for the double...
I know they're efficient. They calculate this out. He's like, all I need is this downlight Cider to win the game.
Oh,
could have gone for the double.
Nearly, it was at 47% or 48% accuracy on light attacks, with 78 attacks in that game. So now we've got game number 3 coming up on Small Brawlhaven. Power Ranger versus West. No legend swaps either way, as Power Ranger starts really capitalizing on the fact that I think he's just learned that he can destroy West with neutralites on the Axe, and West is kind of getting a little risky with some of these offstage attacks. That grab pound, double grab pound. I think Power Ranger's done for.
No, wait,
the clash! Oh, he dodged
saved him! Why did he saved him?
That's crazy.
West went so hard for that edge guard. He ended up saving Power Ranger, but not before doing a bunch of damage. Power Ranger in trouble on this first stock. He's got to come back here.
So smart of Power Ranger to dodge straight up against the slanted wall. It's not really a wall, the bottom of Small Brawlhaven, right? Because if you dodge straight up, you're right against that slant.
That's true.
And you're able to touch. If he did a diagonal dodge, thinking that he couldn't hit his head, he was done for. So it's just small things like that are very interesting. And the sides that catch the landing, Power Ranger went from getting saved off an early stock to getting the lead. That is how crucial that recovery was.
Yeah, very true. I'm sure Wes regrets that interaction. But there's no time to dwell on that, Wes.
I shouldn't have held that third Axe ground pound. That was, well, you know, when you're an Axe player, sometimes that's all you can do. Cider hits, gets him out of the jump. Oh, that downlight almost got punished, but silent recovery has not been true for a very long time. And as long as Power Ranger's on top of that tight dodge window, he's going to get out of that attack and not lose his stock off the top. And now he's brought Wes into orange, as Wes just can't get in with the Lance. Oh, another weapon throw. Ground pound.
Not needed.
Oh.
Dang, wow, 2 stocks up. I can't believe it. Power Ranger commanding lead in game 3.
Oh, that ground pound clash. He's got to think about that. I mean, obviously, there's like Brawlhalla had so many more interactions going with it, and there's any point in time Wes could have taken the stock here, but man, as Power Ranger made him feel bad for that one, for sure. He's just poking away with neutralites here, and he's playing in such a way that he's not even afraid of getting hit here. There's the neutral light coming out, and that will finally punish it. Wes with the first stock.
Dude, that stock was so blessed. It was so blessed after that first interaction. Held on to it all that time, and now is already dealing out damage onto Wes's final stock. Okay, looking good for Power Ranger here now.
Yes, and a side light in air at any point in time from Axe. Gets the side on the way back down. Wes had so low jumps, he had to go back to the stage. I mean, Power Ranger's on the verge of bringing this to match point, and we just looked at the screen behind us, right? He has yet to take Wes, he has yet to win a set against Wes in official tournament play, and to do that in winners finals of the South American BCS World Championship, that's as it's not as cool as Swatter versus Simple, but it's pretty dark cool, right? Like that one was 0 to 10, 0 to 5. It's still a crazy record, and Power Ranger takes that with a 2 stock.
Yeah, certainly Wes has been the boogeyman for almost every player in this region, but Power Ranger has yet to overcome this hurdle, and it looks pretty good for him now in Winners Finals.
That is beautiful.
On the biggest stage of the year.
Oh, and what do we got? What do we got for game number 4?
I know, I'm trying to divine the tea leaves here. What can we learn from these stats, Taza?
Well, we can learn that Power Ranger was hitting him a whole lot more, and the accuracy is the biggest thing there, because he had 48% accuracy in the last game. He had the exact same percent accuracy going into game number 3. He's doing nearly 150 damage more than him this game, and now on the Macho Man, Power Ranger looked like he was in a precarious position, and he just turned it around to an advantage for himself. Silent hits, oh, that downlight read almost worked out as well, but Wes really returning hard with the Lance recovery there, making the damage even across the board.
Triple, oh, he gets it off the side. Oh, man, I was about to say, Power Ranger is so good. If you watch him, he stays so close to Wes, just dancing around him, and he's forcing him misses while being really close. But, man, once Wes forced him off stage, the pressure was too much from the Lance, and that was it for the first stop.
Yeah, the coolest thing about that combo off stage, oh, it might happen again. Okay, no, Power Ranger makes it back.
Yeah, show us again, Wes.
Wes did the chase dodge diagonal up, and that chase dodge itself made Power Ranger react. Wes didn't do anything off it, just faded back, and he had a side air that carried him off the right side of the stage. Oh, Power Ranger, gravity cancel side 6 the wrong way. Wes with the side air, goes for the recovery to reposition, side airs into the stage. The pogo could be it.
Okay, side air off the wall. Wait, Wes recovers in the opposite direction?
It was genius.
Was it genius? Wait, explain to me how that was genius.
He repositioned.
Okay.
So that he could get more of his Lance side airs.
Okay, okay. All right, now I agree with you. It was genius. It was genius.
Because, well,
I was skeptical.
Another way to think of it is like, one, okay, sure.
Oh, that might be it.
He misinputs, goes the wrong way. The other thing could be he really didn't want to get hit by a weapon throw. And
that's a great point.
And the Lance recovery to the left could have
been
been
that is a privilege that Lance has, that you can not spend that much time in the air with the side air and the recovery to really change up your movement options like that. But now Power Ranger onto his final stock. It's like a completely different game. It's like ping-ponging back and forth from game to game. Who's taking the lead?
And it doesn't look like Power Ranger is going to be taking that lead back this game as Wes almost gets the recovery. The exhausted recovery, the weapon throw. He just didn't want to quit that combo. Side air hits. Power Ranger's probably going like, all right.
Oh, there's, that
what are you going to do?
Work that time.
Axe grab punch literally bigger than the wall on Demon Island. Like, what are you going to do?
That's why I love Demon Island, you know?
Yeah.
Get a real potent edge guard in there.
Look at this. Here's a chase dodge up. Goes all the way back. Doesn't even fast fall. He chase dodges up and he's like, ha, gotcha. Drifts back. Side airs a weapon throw off the right there. Power Ranger can't even make it back. Those Wes edgeguard moments where he's staring at you and he's not moving as you fall down. The one I'm hoping that
What, game 5?
Yeah, we're game 5.
What? How do we miss that? Okay, game 5. This all comes down to this: who makes it into grand finals on the winner's side, the most coveted place to be.
Wes trying to maintain his win streak against Power Ranger with that undefeated record. Power Ranger trying to break his bracket demon here as he's going into this game 5. And he's getting downed by Lance on Demon Island. The spear goes out of his hands. The tail end of the Nair hits.
Weapon throw blocks, and that would have been the KO.
You saw he was getting ready for the combo off of it, though.
Was he?
He stared in one direction and stared in the other, and he just jumped a little too high.
Oh, okay. That would have been really cool. I mean, it did cost him too much. He still got the KO pretty quickly.
He definitely got the KO, and Power Ranger looks a little lost. Okay, the neutral lights are starting. This is where Power Ranger really stabilized in game number 2. It was when he was struggling against Wes's Lance, and he went, wait a second, I have the tools to be able to deal with this. Neutral light on Axe,
nice
so great at being able to stuff Lance approaches. Oh, wow, that was
that was
awesome.
a cute little hop over the weapon throw.
And then the dodge down to get back on the ground as fast as possible. Oh, ouch. Getting hit by the satellite near ground pound, that's gonna hurt though. Power Ranger now denying weapons, and Wes doesn't care.
Oh, what a punish.
Maybe he should have carried. That was, wow.
Yeah, and you know what? Power Ranger has managed to keep a good bit of his stock left intact to play with here. He has a chance for a comeback stock against Wes, but he needs to make it happen now.
Ooh, clashed with the side light. Pretty good for Wes there to have that happen. Cider hit's not the strongest cider ever, but
everyone watching knows that feeling.
Yes.
Of like, I could make it past this Rocket Lance fully charged recovery, of course.
The only thing worse than that is you see it, they're fully charging, and you go out to attack it, and then you get hit by it anyways. And it's just like, well, I deserved that. Only in that case, Power Ranger. Oh, all right.
Okay, big follow-up.
A little bit. Oh no.
What? Come back to Earth, everybody.
Oh,
no, they refused to land. They fought that out in the air, dude.
I want to remind everybody that Power Ranger started that off with the gravity cancel neutral sig and never touched the ground again and ended it with a gravity cancel neutral sig.
Yeah, we have seen some pretty insane.
Is this it? Oh, I thought he was going to get the edge guard there.
He needs an edge guard here.
Down air misses. West just holds on for dear life. All of a sudden, Power Ranger in the advantage state here. Is he going to get the neutral lane? No. West puts him off the side of the stage. Oh, Steven.
Oh, wait, don't do it again. Oh, he just barely gets behind it. Thank goodness.
You know what? It's one of those moments where I feel like because Axair lost drift at some point in time in the past 2 years, he actually got saved by that because he drifted forward. Edge guard, ground pound.
Unfortunately, catches the top of the
recovery. Is it neutral sig? Ground pound, weapon toss. Power Ranger guarding it. The cider hits. Is this it? West doesn't have a dodge. Weapon throw hits it. Power Ranger wins game 5 for the first time. He takes down West in the BCX World Championship. West goes down into the lower finals, and Power Ranger is on the winner's side. What a crazy win coming out for Power Ranger.
That was incredible. Oh, I love this interaction.
This is so cool.
Dude, is this Dragon Ball Z? What are we watching? They just kept flying through the air the whole time.
Wow.
We've seen some crazy usage out of people with gravity cancels. Like, on one time in the air, they leave the ground and are able to get multiple gravity cancels just by...
Yeah.
I don't even know how they do it.
Yeah, well, it's just when both players are hitting each other enough in the air, I guess it just lags the time enough for you to have like 3 or 4 dodge cooldowns.
Like they're juggling each other back up?
Because it wasn't even the gravity cancel neutral sig was the last thing. West was gravity cancel side sigging off the top, like near the blast zone.